we have a young talent fireside presentation. Now, earlier we heard from Daniel Gutenberg, one of the board members here, and he is going to be speaking with Richard Schäli.
So Richard, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thanks
today.
For having me here.
Tell me something about you. When did you start investing?
So I bought my first stock with 7. It was a stock called Zurich Insurance. A year later I made a profit of 20%, and this was the point the interest caught me.
And what did you do then? Did you start, how did you learn about it?
I read a lot of articles on the internet. I have a few mentors. They teach me how to trade or how the things work in this whole world of trading.
Excellent. So we actually share the same mentor. So
Yeah.
he's a bit older than me, and you're 40 years younger than me. So I think there's a great succession going on. So tell me, what did you do as a next step after you did your own shares? Did you started a fund, I believe?
Exactly. So I have a listed fund at the Swiss and at the German stock market.
So we can actually go online and invest in your fund, is it
Exactly.
correct? Excellent. So you are 13 years old now, is that correct?
Yes,
And you go to school in Zug.
exactly.
So what are your class teachers say about this?
So my class teacher supports me. So actually I have school right now, or I should have school right now. So I took me 3 days off to join here.
And I believe she said that you will learn more in 3 days here than in 3 weeks of school.
Actually, yes.
Isn't that excellent? I believe so too, by the way.
Yeah.
At least.
Me too.
So tell me something about how do you pick, what is your strategy in stock picking?
So I have different strategies, but my main strategy is to trade mid-term and mid-cap stocks. I do fundamental analysis, so first analyzing the sector each quarter, and then pick the best sector in my opinion, and then again pick the best stock from the fundamentals in this sector, and that's how I pick them, and I hold them for a midterm usually.
Meaning days, weeks, hours?
About 6 months
6 months?
max.
Okay, so how many transactions do you do?
Oh, quite a lot, because I also do short-term trading with bio-turds, bio companies who create no profits at all. But about 2 transactions in average per day. Yeah,
Okay,
so 10 per week.
okay. So how does that affect your school grades?
I'm okay with the grades, so I have a 5.2 out of a 6, but I wouldn't say that I am a perfect student at all. So, I mean, just the students who are like in the middle of everything can do something beside how Jack Ma once said this. And yeah,
Let me tell you, my parents, they would dance on the table if I would have 5.2 in school. I never reached that level. So I think you're doing pretty good. So the system in Switzerland, 6 is the maximum, which you can't reach usually. And you went from 5.8 to 5.2, I believe.
exactly. So in elementary school I had higher grades. I was not that active, and in general elementary school is much easier than the school we call gymnasium.
So where do you see your future? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years?
So 5 years I'm still at the gymnasium. But in 10 years I probably graduated university. but you never know what's comes. So, for example, 52 weeks ago, I wrote a newspaper for family and friends to earn a little money, and now I'm here on stage at the CFC, so you never know what happens in just 1 year, okay?
I know already what's happening in 1 week. I think you are speaking at the World Economic Forum, is that correct?
They actually cancelled today because of some financial, because they ran out of money. So.
It's pretty impressive. So, what do you think about, I mean, who are your role models? Is Warren Buffett one of them, or who are you looking up to?
So.
Why yes and why not?
So, not really to Warren Buffett. I don't think his how he invests really works anymore. So, his time is gone. I really look up to Schäli. He's also in this room here. Yeah.
Okay. So, what are the? Do you have other mentors that you look up to?
Yes, I have other mentors. Basically, in the US, one of the mentors sent me a package with some books for free. So they're quite nice to me. They support me, and yes, I look up to them too.
Okay. How long ago did you get into cryptos?
Since about 2 years, then I realized my teachers start talking about it, and when I think back to this discussion they had, it was what do you call bullshit? It doesn't. They wanted to invest into Bitcoin when it was about 19,000. They said, okay, now it's gonna explode again to 100K or so. So that was the day when I started reading articles and other things, yeah.
So what do you do now with Bitcoins? Or
so my fund has a 15% position in crypto, in a crypto company, actually. So that's a possibility to short the market because they are really affected by the Bitcoin price, and Bitcoin kind of shorts the market. So it went quite good, especially the last few weeks.
You've been happy with the cryptos?
Yeah.
Is it mostly Bitcoin or also other stuff?
No, so it's a crypto company called Bitcoin Group SA. So this is a fintech company who holds different banks and especially has large amounts of Bitcoins. So.
Okay, excellent. So I think I'm going to open it up for a few questions. If you have any, make sure you write down his name. I think we will hear a lot from Richard in the future. Any questions? Oh, a lot of questions. Tobias.
Is there a microphone? No? They're already gone?
Here, there's a microphone coming.
Ah, super. So, very impressive, Richard. Thanks a lot for sharing. Short question. Tell us the name of your fund and maybe a bit more about the positions next to the 50% you have in crypto.
So first of all, I'm just the advisor. I'm not the fund manager because I'm just 13. The name of the fund is Midterm and Cap. I don't want to say more. Otherwise, FINMA wants to arrest me. Yeah.
Can you say something about, the other major positions you have? Is it Swiss focused in or global?
So I'm focused on the US market. They have nice movements. I understand the US market the best. I don't like Swiss market. It's too stable. So nothing for me.
Okay, we had a question over there. Yes, go ahead, Lisa.
What do your friends think of your investing?
Oh, a lot. it goes from admiring to think I don't work and I just earn money with nothing. So yeah, a lot of admire what I'm doing because they just don't understand that how simple the system is. Okay?
How did you start? Where did money come from for the first investments? Where did the money come from?
Oh, when I born, for example, my grandfather gave me $2,000. So this is just things I earned over time. For example, also I wrote a newspaper for my family and earned a little money. So it grew slowly. And also my father invested into a fund managed by the bank when I was born.
Excellent. Well, with that, I would say let's give a warm hand to our future star. Now,